I love that guy.
Oh man,
I don't know who that is, but some Asian dude. If you didn't catch up,
hold on. Let me see. Can we give him a shit? Let's see. Let's get his name. We'll give him.
His name.
We'll cite
some
him.
Asian dude is trying to sing.
Vox 7099.
Right, he's trying to sing the classic Christmas Carol and
Chestnuts roping.
purely off of
He's off key a
phonetics. Right, he has no idea what the lyrics are. It's going all over the internet right now. It's my favorite thing. I love that. Chestnuts roping.
It's almost like a bad version of Coco, that Disney movie. Have you ever seen that?
No, never.
Oh, that was a shitty reference. Sorry, man. Never mind.
Reference I can't participate in.
Reverse.
Yep. So Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
We are actually, if you're listening to this now, it will be dropping normally. We do Mondays.
Future Monday.
We're going to release it for you guys for Christmas.
For Christmas, you're welcome.
Because a lot of people are traveling for Christmas, so what better way to pass the time than to
listen to us?
Nope. Talk about Christmas.
We are,
and maybe boost your spirits, possibly ruin your Christmas time. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I have felt better since the last time we talked.
You think so?
I've been saying, so I tell that a lot of people aren't secretly seem to be in the spirit of things.
Yeah, I can relate.
Right. So people like you that I see out in my daily life have been actually not saying Merry Christmas. So I've been saying it to everybody. I forced some folks to finally say it to me today. It's pretty special.
Yeah.
So now I'm hearing it more. I was like, well, I'm not going to be a part of the problem. I'm going to help the problem by saying it.
Right.
So it makes me feel better.
Yeah, not a lot of people have been.
It's weird
saying it. I generally in my I don't know what's my not sign off, but when people are like, "Hey, how's it going?" My
sign off.
My sign off. My greeting or salutations or whatever is generally just like,
Good day.
"Yeah, you too." Yeah, it's quick, whatever. Merry Christmas just has too many syllables. I'm sorry.
I like it. I like the way it rolls. I don't know. I'm a weird guy.
But I can be like, Merry Christmas.
Christmas. You just run off.
Christmas. then I'm good. Then I'll use it. I'll use it more.
Just do the Harry Potter thing. Happy Christmas.
For me, not a lot of people are saying it. You're correct. So
I don't know.
Just I think the wokesters finally broke everybody. That it's like you got to say Happy Holidays, and you had the Merry Christmas people. Then they were at war, and now everybody's just kind of like done with it. So now it's just kind of like we're not going to say anything.
You're ruining my TV shows. Don't ruin my Christmas greetings.
right.
Dicks.
So apparently, I think they won.
That's what it is. That makes sense.
Yep. I don't know. It is really weird. I find it very odd how lack of Christmas spirit there actually is this year. Like everyone seems to be in the dumps, and I know it's.
I don't think it's dumps like the way it sounds. Not like everyone's ready to like.
The stock price in Christmas is definitely down. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
The shopping is up. People are spending it.
Yeah,
they're still shopping as of yesterday.
Well, apparently not enough to actually help the stock market.
No, not that much.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it just everyone seems to be kind of like, yeah, whatever. Let's get this over with. You know what I mean?
It does feel that way. Kind of rushed a bit.
I don't know. What is it? Is it? I can understand.
We tried to theorize. Last
COVID
episode.
a couple years ago, everyone was locked down and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like everybody was locked down, so they were like trying to boost everybody's spirits, right? Because we were a lot in lockdown. Well, I did.
They were we weren't.
They
were sending checks too.
Right. Exactly. So
that's what the secret is.
So is that what it is? Is it is there an inverse relationship to how shitty the economy is to how well Christmas is? That just makes it seem very commercialized, right?
Oh, you drive to Nashville, and I talked about last episode. You see those parking lots like Opera Mills and stuff. No, there's not. That's where we need to put our stocks.
Yeah, shopping, sure, but I'm talking
people
about
are still spending.
You drive around the fact that most people are not saying Merry Christmas anymore.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing I've noticed.
I see less lights. I see less decorations.
Well,
I see less people wearing Christmassy stuff.
Yeah,
it's just across the board. Like Americans, being that we are, we're gonna fucking shop our asses off. Anytime there's a holiday, we're shopping our asses off. It doesn't matter.
Monday for me.
That's how I feel about it, right? And I love that my family does Secret Santa. So I really, besides kids, for the adults, everybody just gets one thing, and it's Secret Santa, and you're done. Right? I buy one thing, I get one thing. It's perfect. I don't have to I gotta make sure I get something for cousin Ray and third cousin twice removed Billy Joe. I don't have to do. I hate all that crap. We were figure out what they like.
We were drawing names,
and I end up just getting them like a popcorn maker.
Yeah, exactly. It happens to the best of us. It really does.
Right, it does.
And it depends on the quality of the maker as well.
Yeah, sometimes not even really a maker. It's just
It's more of a holder.
and
then a warmer
for popcorn. It
Yeah,
warms
absolutely.
the popcorn.
I like the fact that one would assume that someone would like that over
Right.
any other thing.
Yeah, it's just a constant that an item like that is just a constant regifting thing.
It really
like
is.
no one actually opens it and uses it. It just gets passed around from person to person. Right? Like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, except
Yeah,
it's a popcorn maker and it's a bunch of strangers.
It's like the traveling kernels.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're handmade,
Right.
if you will.
Brotherhood of the Traveling
Yeah,
Popcorn.
it's almost as
warmer.
if they were dispensed from a bigger bag into a smaller bag for you to
Right.
digest. Yeah. It's just quality.
Yep. So that's you got to love that. So that's the reason why I like Secret Santa. That way, it's you got one person to focus on. You can really put your focus.
Now, do
into
y'all
it.
draw names
Yeah.
for your Santa?
We draw names at Thanksgiving.
See, we used to do that, and then everybody's like, now we just buy what people I think they would like.
Yeah.
Or we'll ask them for a list.
Yeah.
Just,
So
hey,
So we've we've made it easier and easier over the years. So first it started. It's
kinda taking the fun out of it a
We just
little
picked
bit.
names and it was like just Wild West. Pick what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You just have to buy for this one person, and then you just figure it out. And we always had like a $20, $30 limit, something like that, in that range. And then we started doing where we drew names, and on when you wrote your name down on the little piece of paper, you also drew down. You also wrote down 5 things that you want, like a little mini wish list, essentially.
Yeah.
So that made it a little bit easier. And mine was pretty generic. I was like, UGA stuff. I don't know, like socks, or I made it very simple. Something that I could think in the $20-$30 range, and that way it was a generic 5 list of things, not very specific, just in the ballpark, and then
Right.
you could still had some wiggle room to select something. Now we just like. Text me your Amazon wish list.
yeah. And I think that
we just
maybe
text each other the wish list, and I gotta admit, it does, because we've made it simpler and simpler and easier. It at some point it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, that's kind of so. That's what I was trying to get away from because I was like, I don't. This doesn't. I'm like, there's just no. It's not personal. It's just kind of like, okay, well, I know I'll get one of these things probably.
Right, and you're shopping for yourself, but it's delayed.
It's just
by a
not.
month.
So that's why we were like, you know what? Like a couple years ago, we told my folks, and so we're just like, you know what? We're just gonna buy everybody something, whether or not you get something big, small, 1 or 2 items. We're gonna get what we think are. I like functional gifts. Something I know somebody will use. Hell, even socks are a great gift anymore. Like I don't need all the.
I agree.
I
Food,
shop for
I'm down
myself.
food. Someone gives me food, I'm all about.
I
it.
shop year round for myself because I'm just selfish and I like to buy things. But so I don't ask for anything. I'm just like whatever. And of course, now that we have a little one, she gets most of the stuff. That's just how it should be. But we just buy nice things for everybody. But I told them, I said, look, I don't want to have to stick to a budget plan of like, well, $20 cap. I'm like, well, what if I see something that's really nice for $25? I'm not going to pass up getting something I think they'll really enjoy and use.
That's the reason I think the range is important.
Yeah, do a
You gotta
range.
make
Like we don't do a range for family.
Because you got if you set a minimum and a maximum, and it's also ballpark. Like I said, we do 20, 30 is what we say.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't
but sometimes
do that.
people are like 15. Sometimes it's 35.
We're in the hundreds sometimes with people. It just depends. It just depends on what it is. Obviously, we're not going to go like ape
Well, we
shit.
just do that just so everybody can participate.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we might
Like
have some
my
broke
nephew
family members.
can't really participate because he didn't have any fucking money.
We got family members that can't do that either. So I do like not. I like the drawing names at first, but with no list. You just wing it. Mm-hmm. But I like it now where it's just like old school. Like we're just going to buy something for everybody.
I might suggest that. I still like the Secret Santa thing.
Secret Santa is cool.
I like Secret Santa.
I
'cause
like that, but the list, just annex the list.
Well, because I feel like I like Secret Santa because if it's just one person,
Yeah.
because then that way you have an equal distribution.
That's
here,
correct.
I'm going to get super rational here. You have an equal distribution of
glasses.
gifts, right? I think it's because I'm wearing the glasses
Yep.
today. There's an equal distribution of gifts. Everybody gets one. Everybody gives one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's even. Very Sheldon Cooper kind of situation here,
It feels good.
right? And since you're just buying for one person, you can really focus on one person. Because I feel like if you're having to buy for like 20 people, someone's going to get kind of last minute kind of neglected. You're going to be like, generic socks.
You got to stay on it.
Right, you know what I'm saying? You can't really get anything personal for that for all 20 people. It's hard to do, right? But if you have just one person, you got all the time in the world. You can really focus on it. It's good, right? So I think I'm going to see, but I don't like when it's just wish list because then at some point it's just like you you already know what you're getting. There's a mystery. It's something on there, right? And it's something that you had already thought to get anyway. Otherwise, you wouldn't put it on your wish list,
Right.
On your Amazon wish list or whatever wish list it is. And you're just saying, "Hey, buy me one of these things." Well, I mean, like that just kind of at some point it does take the fun out of it. So I think I'm going to suggest keep the Secret Santa, but total mystery.
Total mystery.
Don't give us anything, any context clues. No, hey, I like this kind of stuff. Total mystery. But you should keep it in the ballpark if everyone's participating. You should keep it in a certain price range. It's not like that Michael Scott, the Office episode where he buys somebody a $400.
He buys Ryan the
iPod for $400, and it was like a $50 limit or whatever.
He gets the oven mitt.
He ends up getting a handmade oven mitt. Yeah, he gets all mad.
He
then he wants to play, he called it Yankee Swap.
Yankee Swap.
But it's Dirty Santa. Want to play Dirty Santa so that he can not get the oven mitt.
I understand that feeling.
Yeah, 100%. It's a good episode. You should watch it. We could watch it. I don't know. I don't know how licensing kind of works. I mean, it's on YouTube, so you should be able to play anything on YouTube, right?
It's just a clip.
It's not like music.
Once we get on video, we'll be able to actually watch them together with the group.
We'll just have a TV up and just do the thing. We did have one up for a second, but just for our own personal kind of fun.
Right. Yeah, no, that's the way we've been doing it, and it seems to work out a lot better, I think.
I gotta say this this is not coffee, by the way. This is hot cocoa. It's really getting me in the spirit, I'll be honest.
Jesus Christ.
Something about it.
Okay.
Isn't that what you want?
I mean, I guess, but you made fun of me for wearing Curve, and you're over here like, this hot chocolate is exquisite.
It is. It's delightful.
Jeez, man.
Creamy.
6 to midnight on some damn hot chocolate. Was it Godiva?
I'm trying to fuck it.
Is it Godiva?
Burn me.
Or Swiss Miss?
Swiss Miss.
Did your mom, when you used to make Swiss Miss, did she use milk or water?
Milk. I remember heating up the milk.
That means she loved you.
Yes.
Parents who love their children use milk.
This is actually a Swiss Miss K-Cup.
Oh, K-Cup. The packet, it's okay with
water,
but the milk.
But since it's super hot when it comes out of the coffee maker, right, in this K-Cup thing, I spike it with a little milk, and then it creams it up a little bit.
Okay.
So it's actually a pro tip. You can do water. You just spike it.
Swiss Miss
and it cools it off.
Yeah.
It's cold milk. Cools it off and makes it a little creamy.
Swiss Miss is a staple for the holidays. For some reason, it was always something we'd fire up for Christmas, for sure.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Little marshmallows and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, but not a lot. I don't like marshmallows now as an adult. I'm not a particular fan of it. I think they're fucking messy and they get on my nerves. Yep. Anytime we have a fire, Harper always wants to do the little, I want to do some s'mores. And you do them and they literally last. They do that for a couple seconds and they realize it's really messy and I don't want to do it. Yep. They just want it. She just likes to make them, but not eat them.
See, this is why just hearing that where their kids want to get into that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. This is why having kids is important.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
It is cool
because they make you do stuff like that.
Well, we get to. It's almost you. I'm starting
stuff
to get
you would
to.
normally
this
do.
Is you get to do things that your parents did with you most of the time, but you get the other perspective
other side of it.
So you get to appreciate it twice. It's right. It's really special. It's cool.
I mean, as a single guy, if you walked into my house right now, you would have no fucking idea that it was Christmas tomorrow.
No, well, ours is besides Christmas trees and we've got some other stuff put up.
You know what I mean?
And I have the music always playing.
Because my perspective, I think I'm going to make a effort next year to let's just fucking let's just go balls to the wall.
I told Kylie that you and I have a thing going for next year.
You know what I'm saying? I think I'm just gonna go balls to the wall.
We can do it, man.
And it actually making a competition really kind of
we can do it.
Gets me going. But my thing is it's a single I just go to other people's things. And
I don't know. I don't know how
it seems
I would
like
be.
a wasted effort.
I think I would
sense.
still do a Christmas tree, just me being me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do at least that just because I think your environment affects your mood.
That's correct.
So if I jazz it up with Christmassy, I'll get more Christmassy.
I like a tree. Well, we do 3 trees. We have one in the basement, where I hang out, and then we have one upstairs, and we have Harper's got her own in her room. But I like to also do the trees, and I like to do the candles. I want the full 360, come alive, Christmas vibe. Not Kirkland's, not where I can't breathe.
You want it to look like a fucking Hallmark.
But I want it to feel like you said, like the mood to be Christmassy.
Yeah, not to, where you walk in and it's like, oh, this is a specific time of year.
Yeah,
it's not just another day.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother's house is like that. Every holiday he decorates it in a certain way.
Some are good at it,
and
man.
so it's like, I mean, I think everything except for Columbus Day.
Well, yeah, you can't even celebrate that day anymore.
No, yeah, exactly.
He's a racist
Yeah,
bigot.
I feel like the only way to celebrate now is you have to have, like, I don't know, smallpox blankets and you know, indigenous tribes dying or something like that in
Or
your
hand
closet.
or little woven shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
They'd be like braided.
You have to be
hemp
like,
shoes.
right.
Did y'all do real or fake tree growing up?
Both.
Oh, okay.
We
did real.
did different. I mean, we've done real, we've done fake. It's just now. I think now it's fake. It's just easier to
For
do.
years, it was real. My folks always did real.
Growing
trees.
up as kids, yeah, it was
always real trees. That was kind of part of the whole thing was going to get one, tie it down, whatever you were driving,
Oh yeah,
and you had to water it.
had to keep it alive.
Fucking
Yeah, you
needles
had to
everywhere.
go out into nature and kill a tree and then keep it alive for a month.
My neighbors did that this year. I actually went to the farm, got one cut down. It was really cool. So like he sent me a picture, and I was like, "That's some manly shit."
Yeah.
it really is. It was cool. It looked really nice.
Yeah, we've done that before with a. I think what did my dad use?
A
He used
hatchet?
a hat. No, I think he used a hacksaw. He just sawed that sucker right off.
Okay.
If memory serves, maybe he used an axe. I don't quite remember.
You know what else I have not seen? And maybe it's just, I'm pretty sure I haven't in this area here. Did you see any tents with Christmas trees this year?
Tents.
Like they used to set them up like the fireworks stands, but they were Christmas trees. Did you see any of those?
You mean like actual Christmas
Did you see
tree
any
places?
of those this year?
No, where were people buying Christmas trees then?
That's what I'm saying. This was last year. There was one.
You're right.
Food Lion sold them. There was one out by the mall, and then there was one here in town, somewhere else too. None this year.
You're right. Normally you would see that.
I don't know what's going on, man.
Did everybody just go
It's like
synthetic?
a plague on trees.
Everybody just went plastic?
No, I don't know what's going on. This is the more things
They
are
go out
coming
in
to light
county,
that
I
I know.
guess?
I don't know. Maybe there's something going on with the trees.
Huh.
It's
Maybe.
weird.
I see again
It's
more
weird.
evidence
It's,
to the
again,
fact
it's
that
just
people are
super
just
odd.
people this year are just like fuck Christmas. I guess.
I don't want to say fuck Christmas. I don't think it's that extreme. But there's definitely,
I'll
it's
say
almost to it. It's like piss on Christmas.
Everybody's just kind of like
It's piss on and-
It's
It's these damn kids.
what's the bother? I feel like that's everybody's attitude right now. It's like let's just get past
I'm not
it.
getting like that, man. I'm not getting like that.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's exactly causing
We're
it.
going to do better next year for us. We need to do better.
Yeah, I'm going to.
We need to do better.
But my thing is this just the current state of
I think
the
it is.
country as a whole? Everybody's attitude is
Everybody's
kind of
very
like
segregated.
Well, everybody's just kind of like fed up with everything. They're tired. They're weary. Some people are
the economy's terrible.
economy's terrible. Some people are still having to like do this whole COVID fucking thing. Everybody's just like, can we just stop? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're spending so much damn money. It's just nothing makes any sense. Gas is so high, and then also now we have this like crazy winter storm, so it's cold as shit. But that should make everything. But there's actually like snow on the ground, so that should make it more cheery. I don't know what
If it's gonna be-
is it just the current state of things, or is this like going to be the normal state of
I
things?
think it's the current state of things. Because shit rolls downhill. I think it'll
backswing?
I think so. I really do.
I don't know. I don't know if do you think it'll do it next year or it'll be a few years? I don't think it'll.
It'll be
I'm
the next.
I'm more
be,
pessimistic.
It'll be the next presidency. To be honest,
I'm more pessimistic. So you're saying that's my point. Is that if the economy is good, then Christmas is good.
I think
Again,
so.
I see that drives me nuts.
Me too. And I don't think. I don't know. I don't want to get too far in the weeds on the politics of Christmas. I was going to try to keep it a little more lighthearted, but I think that is probably the issue.
We're trying to we're diagnosing the problem so we can cut out the cancer,
solve it,
and we can get some fucking cheery Christmas up in here.
Yeah. I don't know.
What's wrong with you people?
We're pretty cheery at our house. Things are good.
Yeah, it's just
My family's
it's just less of
excited.
it. It's
It
just
is.
less of
There is definitely a lack of. I agree.
And I'm part of the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever done one of these? Is it called a Advent calendar? What's that called?
Advent calendar?
Have you ever done one of those?
Yeah.
For Christmas you have?
Yeah, I've done this.
I've
before.
never done one.
Never done an Advent calendar?
I saw one in a movie. They do it in Christmas Vacation. And then I had some friends of mine that had some that had like,
They have like adult versions now.
they have like alcohol in each one. A little bitty, like, what do they call those little bottles you get like on an airplane?
There's another term. I mean,
There is.
They're airplane bottles, but what do they call?
There's
them?
a party term
There's
for 'em.
another term. It's a new term. I never heard this when I was younger. I say that like I was like 12. I mean, when I was in
when I first started drinking
when I first started drinking at 13.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I know the term. I can't.
All right,
I can't
we'll swing back.
Yeah.
But anyways, like it was one of those you do. Bottles. It's like it's a
single shot, single ounce.
Yeah, it's an interactive thing.
Yeah.
I've never done one of those. I think I might get one next year.
They have ones that are actually like sex related too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
That's not for married people. That'd be like for you single people to use.
I suppose.
Yeah, because the married one would be like 24 Days of Christmas, but only 2 of them would be sexual.
Right.
The rest would be like
they're really small advent calendar.
Small, super small.
Right.
I may look into that myself.
Yeah, you should give it a try.
I do that.
Yeah, that's fun. I've done that. Use those before as a kid. You should get one for.
For
next
her.
year.
Yeah,
next year.
She might get involved in that.
Yeah, be fun. Because gets a little thing every day for the whole Christmas, like the whole for 25 days of Christmas or whatever, or whatever it is, and you get one thing every day, so it kind of keeps the whole Christmas thing going for a lot longer, and also got to practice patience.
I will say we've been watching a lot of the old Christmas movies at the house. We've been watching the old Grinch from like the 60s.
I haven't really watched that many.
We've been watching them a lot, and we've been playing the music at home too. So our house, we've been trying to. Harper digs all. Of course, we watched the Grinch with Jim Carrey, and then the original from the 60s. There's also a theater performance Grinch, but it looks like a fucking nightmare. So I didn't watch that.
I haven't watched a single Christmas movie. I'll have to rectify that tomorrow.
She watches all the Donald Duck ones, all the old like goofy ones, all those cartoons,
the specials.
The one thing Disney did right, all those. She's been watching all those. So, and then today, since we got this massive cold front that pushed in, which by the way, crazy amount of how fast it dropped.
The entire U.S. is.
I think Tennessee's
frozen.
like in a state of emergency. Like
Probably.
It's kind of weird.
I think that's standard. When it drops below a certain temperature, they just call it.
Yeah, but they really lost their ass about it today.
It's not it's not like we're in like, day after tomorrow type of emergency, right?
Did you see the temperature in Greenland?
I think it's a standard. Once it hits below a certain temperature, they just call it emergency.
I looked at Greenland's temp yesterday. The country Greenland. It was negative 47.
Yeah, I know. See, this morning I looked at the temperature and it was negative 4. All right, negative 4 this morning, and we're in Tennessee, outside of Nashville, and so it's super cold. That's really that's probably the coldest we've had in years.
Negative
really, and the wind chill makes it worse, right?
Yeah,
negative 4. So I was like, fuck, if it's so, and this is pretty much nationwide, except for maybe some small parts. I mean, even Tampa was like 22 degrees, right? Tampa, Florida.
Vegas got it. Texas got it. Everybody got it.
So I was like, man, I last year had been into, not last year. Well,
this year.
It's getting close to. This past summer, went to Alaska, and I went above the Arctic Circle, and it was like 50 degrees, something like that. So, because it was summer, peak summer for them. And he was talking about how it gets negative 40, negative 50. Sometimes it got negative 80, and it like kills everything or whatever. So, rarely. And I was like, fuck, that's cold. So I was like, if it's negative 4 here, what is it like in Wiseman, Alaska?
Imagine,
right? So I looked at Wiseman, Alaska, 14 degrees. It's actually warmer above the Arctic Circle than it is here.
Isn't
that wild?
You know what they're going to say. The inconvenient truth.
Right. Isn't that shit wild?
It's wild, dude. I saw it.
It's just how the way those cold fronts work is it dips down
weird.
here, but it's not over there.
It was a massive system. It like swept the whole country. It was pretty wild look on the map. But yeah, so I went today because I realized I went out and I have a bunch of cold weather gear, like a bunch. Like I'm wearing some right now. But the little one didn't have any. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go get her some bibs. Like I'm wearing the overalls, whatever, the insulated ones. So I'm going to go get her some. Dude, I went to Academy, Walmart, Royal King, none. I asked them, I said, do all 7 and 8 year olds now work outside and hunt?
Apparently.
Apparently they all do that outside. And they're like, we don't know. I'm like, okay. I asked some lady and she said, well, all our kids' clothes are over there. I said, yeah, I know. And she said, well, if they're not in there, we don't have any. I said, thank you for your help.
Cool. I was just checking to see if you had a storeroom.
Tractor Supply came in with the win. So I got her a pair of camo ones and now she's in it. They look really cool.
Nice.
But Kylie came in and she was like, I don't have any bibs. I said, I don't know what to tell you. I said, I don't know. It's more exciting to buy Harbor stuff. Sorry, dude. Like, cause she's like, it's like dressing up a little me with long hair. Like she's just into it. Plus she gets hyped. So it's cool. But yeah, dude, that weather, it's something nasty. It's cold. It was.
Yeah.
I worked out in it for a little while. And
I stepped out this morning just to see what it felt like. And I was like, nope. So
it stings.
I didn't have any reason to go outside. So I was like, I'm just going to.
It stings. That wind is just stings. I'm glad I don't work outside anymore. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Hats off to you boys out there working. Nope.
That's that's rough. It's rough out there.
But it does. If it's gonna be that cold, at least there's some snow on the ground. If it's gonna be that cold, let me look like it's that cold.
Yeah.
But when it's just cold and it looks like a normal day, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But let's let it look like. Let's a little fool driving the trucks. Let's go play a little bit. It was a good time.
Right.
It's
because when there's snow on the ground, it like brightens up
it brightens up, and also when it's that cold, it also there's a cleanliness to the air. To me, the thing just looks cleaner. I don't know what it is. I like it.
Yeah, as long as the roads are clear,
They were pretty. They were pretty dicey this morning.
Yeah, as long as the roads are clear, I'm fine.
It's really just
because otherwise it becomes an annoyance.
It's just the people that get out that don't have the vehicle for it. Like I know everybody's like, well, I can get out. Well, like if you don't have the vehicle for it, I'm sorry, just don't get out.
Or the people that have the vehicle for it and they think they can drive.
Yeah,
it,
it's terrible. You got to know, stay in your lane, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like stay in your lane.
Yeah, some dude in a fucking 98 jumps with some mud tires, and you're like,
I saw one today.
get the fuck out of here.
I saw the one today. But all the other trucks I saw, where everybody was riding pretty chill. Like there wasn't any. I didn't see any like. We hot dogged a little bit in the parking lot. Harper and I did because she's never done that. Mm-hmm. So we had a good time. That was fun. But it was open, wide, and I didn't do it like in jeopardizing other families.
Have a little fun.
A little fun.
I've done that.
But it won't. You can't. In them four-wheel drive trucks, it's hard to really cock them sideways unless you shut off the.
Fuck, I'm glad I got them tires when I did. I legit.
Yeah.
I didn't even do it thinking like the weather was going to get real bad. I was just like, I need to get new tires. I finally.
Well, you did need new tires.
I really need new tires.
Some things were
finally started showing the cords, and I was like, fuck, let's do this. Got new tires, and then boom, this happened. I was like, oh, fuck, thank God. Because if I imagine me having to go out with what I had before,
I wouldn't ride.
It wouldn't happen.
I rode with you that one day in your truck, and I was like, we're gonna die. We're gonna die.
It wasn't that bad.
At least we'll go together.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it's been cold, man. It's nuts.
Yeah, I'm okay with it for a short period, but if it's just gonna stay like this for like 2 months, it's gonna drive me nuts.
So Kylie is, dude.
I
hates the cold weather.
I hate it. I'd rather be warm. And then I've talked about like just saying fuck it and go down to Florida and just live down there.
Yeah.
And then it's like
cold there
22 and Tampa.
It's cold there too. You can't get away from it. You're like,
bro.
damn it, South America, here I come.
I'm just gonna live. I'm gonna find a place on the equator. And
There's a place in Australia that's
literally on the equator.
There's a place in Australia that's 94 degrees yesterday. It's the weirdest thing. I was just like, because I got like, you get like on the tear on that little goofy chart.
Well, yeah, but they're southern hemisphere, so it's actually summer for them.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's still wild to think though. We're living in the same time frame. It's wild to me how that works.
Yeah, that's actually a weird thing to think about whenever it's like, I don't know. It's just because popular culture and Western civilization is all built in the northern hemisphere, right? So everything, how we think about winter is, or December, January, February, November, December, January, February. I guess November is technically a fall month. I think so. December, January, February as winter months, but on the southern hemisphere, it's not.
It's weird.
It's kind of weird to think about.
Let me ask you this. When you get out, I'm going to see if I'm just weird. My dad and I both agree on this, but let me see if we're not the only weirdos.
Okay.
I'm hoping you'll say the same thing.
Is this Christmas related?
Kind of, it's cold weather related.
Okay, that's fair.
But yeah.
'Tis the season.
So last night I went out and I was picking up my flag stuff. All my flags were frozen. Like it was wild.
I haven't looked at mine. Mine
so
frozen up front?
I haven't checked yours. I pulled them out. I took mine down, all the stuff. Put them up last night and we'll start whipping. I was just like, what this weather makes me want to do? I was in the truck with Kylie before I got to the house and I said, this makes me want to gear up with a bag, all my winter gear, and a rifle, and I just want to go on an adventure. She was like, what? And I said, I want to do that. I literally want to pack a bag, dress like pretty much what I'm wearing now with my rifle. Now, even if I don't have to use it, I just want it and I want to go on an adventure and I'll come back later.
You mean you want to try to like survive the wilds?
Oh, it's not even, I think, survive. Like, I don't want to like, I would like travel and then stay at a Marriott. That's what I want to do. And I told Dad that. Dad was like, oh, he's like, fuck yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Like, I want to.
I know.
And I think what happens, it's the same thing when we went last year, it may have been this year. It's almost last year, whatever. We went trout fishing. It was me, Jacob, and Dad went. And I was the only one to bring like a rut with like a first aid kit, food, and all this other stuff. Like, I didn't have any ammo or a gun on me. No, I did. I don't remember. And they were like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know. I said, I just like the idea of possibly getting stranded.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's just something about it. Like, most people, like, she was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go like gear up and go off into the wilderness in the snow with just whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
it just sounds fun. Is that like a man thing? I don't know. It just like
Yeah,
it just sounds awesome.
I think it is. I think it's.
And by the way, I don't sneak away and do that.
No.
Like I
but
just
you
so
think about
everybody
it.
knows.
Okay, I know what you're talking about because
Like last night, watching that snow breeze and that cold ass wind, I was like, I just want to gear up and get out in it.
Well, I know what you're talking about because when we went to Alaska, right? You get that sense.
I don't know what it
'Cause
is,
you're,
man.
You're in the middle of the fucking wind. Even though I was like on tours on a bus or whatever, like you get this feeling. Like I geared up, like I was,
Yeah.
I get that sense. I think it's something primal in us that
I don't
gets
know. I just
triggered
really dig
during
it.
this. But nothing about this -4 degrees tells me I want to
Dude,
go outside.
Like I don't know. I was
that's
just
just
like,
me. But that's just because I'm very anti-cold weather.
that's okay. I was just like, I just want to, and I can't do that here. We live in the city, so it's like I look like a total weirdo.
yeah.
But I was like, man, I just want to do that. I don't want to sleep in the dirt. I don't want to do that. I've done that. And I don't like it.
Well, it's like I finally been meaning to do this. I finally started playing Red Dead Redemption 2. In the beginning of that, you've played it, right? It's all in the
Of
fucking
course.
snow, and I was like,
Have I played it?
So it starts and there's a fucking snowstorm, and they're in the mountains. And
I
I
played that game every day for 6 weeks.
1853 or some shit.
Oh, dude.
And I'm like, they're wearing like cowboy boots, like
Well, you wear winter gear in there, but even still,
I'm looking at it, and they're just wearing like cowboy hats, and not even like cold, like
knee
over
high
ears.
snow.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, that looks like it sucks.
That's why most of them died. Most of them died in that game.
Back then, I was like, that looks like it really does suck.
That's what I was telling her. It's funny you mentioned that. I was telling her, I was like, so just imagine, like we think this is cold. Like just imagine, Scandinavia, like Vikings and all that stuff, like colder than this.
Oh, I know.
Just roughing it.
Well, like my parents' power has been out all morning,
Yeah.
right? For whatever reason, and they would have had to come over here because it's too cold. They couldn't heat the house, but they have a wood burning stove,
Oh, those
Inside.
things are.
and it will fucking run you out of there.
It will run you out of there.
It will run you out of there.
I
Get
didn't,
too hot.
and I didn't know that. A friend of ours has one in his shop, and you've all heard of them. I was like, okay, dude, that thing gets rolling. It is hot as fuck. It's crazy.
She used to like make food, actually like cook on it too.
It's
like
so
make a pot
hot.
of chili, slow cook it. That was the best.
But you described it best. It will run you out of there.
It
it
will
is
run you out.
hot. Like we have a down in the basement. We have a wall heater that's gas because I have natural gas to the house, but it's from like the '60s. It's one of those like it's got the little bling, ping, ping, the igniter, and it comes on. Having that at medium, that room will be hot as shit in a matter of no time. It's awesome.
It did. Yeah, this one's a full on like oven / got eyes on top for like
You gotta learn how to.
it's actual stove top.
You gotta learn how to cook on them things
Old-timey.
because it's hot. So your heat regulates differently. But yeah. You could survive that as long as that fire's going. They're probably like, your dad's probably like, I've been building for this my entire life.
Yeah, I know. They put that in there whenever I think I was a teenager.
They're sweet.
But I enjoyed it because we'd always have several ricks of wood, and it's kind of fun, like keeping it going, the fire, and you stoke it. And
There is-
learning how to build fires inside.
We've been building fires here lately quite a bit, and it's a primal thing too. But that heat is different than a normal conventional style of heat. There's something about it. I don't know. It's different. I like it.
It's a
It's a very
Set
humble
you on
feeling.
fire
Yeah,
heat.
it's a humble feeling. Yes, you're roughing it.
raw fire.
Raw
I don't know how
fire.
you explain it.
You would put your hand in there and it really hurts.
Right,
That's kind of
right.
that fire.
Yeah, it's good.
We have a fireplace, but it's capped. Oh, actual wood burning fireplace.
I should have checked this beforehand. I actually have a giant propane tank. You've seen it in my carport, right?
You do?
Apparently, that is connected to that fireplace thing in the.
You don't know if it
den.
works?
I've never even tried to turn it on.
You'll know. Just turn it on and see if it.
I don't even know if that tank is full or empty or what.
I would just crank that line on. You'll know. You'll smell it. You'll know if
that's
it
true.
works. Then
Well,
you,
I don't want to try it for the first time. What I'm gonna wait till it's.
you can
warm.
always get it inspected
Well,
too.
I'm just saying, I need to stay in this house to be warm.
Right.
I don't want to like turn it on, have a gas leak, blow myself up, and I can't stay here. I gotta leave. It's too cold outside. I
Just
can't
come
hang
to my
outside.
house. Just come to my house. We'd love to have you. Yeah, that would be nice. Ours is capped. I thought about, but I was like, it just seems like a lot of work. I don't.
Yeah,
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard pros and cons. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? People used to have them because they didn't have a choice.
I mean,
I've got a choice.
it's one of those things. It's like, so my parents with the wood burning stove thing. It's like my mom kind of got it because she was like, my dad liked it because he's he's not a doomsday prepper, but he's a everyday prepper, as we would call it. Right?
Nothing wrong with that. There's
is
nothing.
good,
That's actually
right?
makes more sense to me than a doomsday
So
prepper.
his sense is like, well, thinking of an emergency. In that case, it's good to have that.
Mm-hmm.
My mom liked it because she's very into like the antique kind of nature of it, and it's also good for warming one of the powers out. Obviously, it came in handy today, but so you have to kind of roll the dice there. Is it worth doing all of that? But it was a pain in the ass to install. Like it's a whole thing, and the whole thing to keep up with it.
Oh, it's got to be vented. It's got to be piped out. Like
you can't just like, okay, cool, you got a wood burning stove. You also have to have the wood, so you have to like get it. You have to stack it. You have to put it in a dry place to where you can easily access it. It can't be too old. It can't be too green.
can't be wet. Like
all that.
Dude.
So it's a whole thing that you have to do during the shittiest, coldest time of the year for if your power goes out. Now they generally would burn it regularly just so that their electricity is not running as much.
Ain't no wrong with that.
So they'll drop the temperature down or on the thermostat and then just have the wood thing going, and that keeps them warm just fine, especially when it's just them. Well, I remember doing that when when I was living there.
When you were homeschooled.
Yeah, I was homeschooled. I was never homeschooled.
That was one of the classes.
That was high school. I went to high school.
Tending a fire was one of the classes for homeschool.
Yeah, that's why I'm better than you.
That makes sense.
You rib me about homeschool, but
I know, I always do. It's hilarious because you're not weird like a homeschool kid.
Homeschool people have better.
I know. I'm not being
education
mad.
outcomes
I'm not
than
mad.
non.
I'm just saying, like, it's just funny because I'm like weirdo. You always picture like that
Because everybody
weird kid.
pictures, the weird one that like
kid,
smells his armpits.
He's not. He smells his hands like when
Right.
he watches people get off the school bus. It's just weird.
Yeah, exactly. What's that one from from SNL, old SNL? Pat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat. Yeah,
that dude was homeschooled.
That's what you picture.
I
know what
pictured
you
Pat for homeschooling.
Yeah,
It seems fair.
but it wasn't.
So you haven't watched any Christmas movies?
I have not. So I'm gonna rectify that. I think I have in my head probably the first one that I'm gonna watch. Let's do this. Let's
Go ahead.
What are some of your favorite Christmas movies that are not mainstream that I guess are
That are not the normal
less
rotation
well-known?
on television?
Right,
Let's
that are
put it
not
that
the
way.
normal rotation, less known, not your classics, not just stay away from the ones that everybody watch it, everybody's seen it. Just the ones that are like, okay, this is a Christmas movie, I like this. Not a lot of people watch this. Or not most people. I mean, we can be a little flex here. Like, I would think, here's one that is not top of mind when people think Christmas movie that I really like to watch every time that it comes on is Four Christmases.
It's Kylie's one of her favorites.
Love that one.
Yep, and it's not a traditional Christmas movie, and
I mean, I think it's becoming.
it is. It's in the rotation for HBO Max. I think.
See, I think it's becoming a
that is
staple.
a good one. That is
if
a
you
good
will.
one. Is that Vince
Right.
Vaughn or Reese Witherspoon?
Yep, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
Jingle All the Way, but I think it's starting to become where it's in the rotation.
That's the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie from the '90s.
Fucking love that one.
That is a good one.
I love that one. Sinbad. Last good thing Sinbad did.
Yeah, he was. He was kind of.
He was a
Yeah,
mailman.
that's right. For me, I would think it is a Christmas movie, but it's I think one that people haven't seen is it's a Nutcracker or not. That's not the name of the movie. It's the Nutcracker. Sorry, it's a Nutcracker. Question mark with Macaulay Culkin, where he did he was like an extra in it.
Yeah.
But it's a performance on set, like on an actual stage, but it's narrated.
Yeah.
That's from '94, I think.
Right.
He was still. Let me look. He was like his Home Alone age during that too. That's a cool little movie.
Well, you're kind of Metro, so it makes
So
sense.
you can kind of say something. You want to leave it all weird and quiet. I was just looking this
You're
up.
kind of Metro, so it does make sense that you would
Well, because I use eye cream.
like a
Give me a break.
like a musical. I like musicals too, but
I do too. It just depends on the quality of them. Like,
what's some other good classic ones? Everybody's having this debate about Die Hard. Is Die
it's not
Hard
a Christmas movie.
It's not a Christmas
no,
movie.
it's not. Sorry.
Because it's not focused on Christmas.
It's not a Christmas movie. Harry Potter's more of a Christmas movie.
That's what somebody brought up was like Harry Potter actually has a Christmas scene in legit almost every
because they
movie.
stay the school year.
Right.
So, yeah.
And so there's a whole scene. It's when they decorate the mess hall or whatever, the main hall.
So it's, if you've never seen The Nutcracker, it is a 1993 film. It's on Tubi for free right now, but it's called The Nutcracker. It's fantastic. It's really good. It's a cool little theatric. I guess what is that called? Like a lie? I don't know what that would actually be considered.
Theater production,
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
play.
A play. That's the word. Damn, I was all up. I was like, what's it called? Woo. I'm trying to think of another not mainstream Christmas movie.
One that I like is a newer one. It's technically it's a Christmas movie. Is Krampus.
Oh, that's a good one.
Love Krampus.
That black it's like a black comedy.
Yeah, dude.
horror? Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a horror movie.
Yeah, that thing
which
that thing wears a Santa Claus mask to mock Santa.
Right.
It's really jacked
I
up.
think you can rent. I'm probably going to do this tomorrow. Violent Night,
The new one?
the new one. I think you can rent it on Amazon right now.
All right.
I don't even think. I think if they
With
did
what's
a
his name?
was
Harbor? With
John Harbor.
Is that his name from
His name?
Stranger Things?
Yeah, from Stranger Things. I think I'm gonna rent that tomorrow. And watch
All
it.
right.
Yeah, for sure. So if you want to come over and watch it, you can. Well, actually, I don't. When are you doing Christmas stuff tomorrow? I gotta be at 3.
I think we're the same time.
Okay.
Christmas. So we got Christmas Eve stuff with my folks, and then we do like 9 different places for Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
doing
exciting, but it's kind of a
something
shit show a little bit.
We're just doing like we're meeting up at 3 doing our thing, but it's like dinners. It's like Christmas dinner, Christmas Eve dinner.
Friendsmas?
Yeah. It's kind of bounced around. Sometimes I'm not doing Friendsmas this year. It's kind of bounced around. Sometimes we will do like Christmas Eve with everybody, and then we'll get up and we'll do like what I liked one year. We did Christmas Day brunch. Was the tits?
Yeah, brunch is awesome.
That was the tits. Can I have breakfast food for Christmas morning? It was like a whole
Breakfast food.
And the thing is, we didn't do any gifts. All the gifts and everything was done the night before. We just got up, had a brunch. It was great.
Breakfast food is good at any time.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what Christmas movie I've never seen before? Miracle on 34th Street.
Me neither.
Never seen it.
Never
And
seen
I'd say
that
it's one of the best ever.
Yeah, I don't know.
To me, it just looks
The
weird.
thing is, at some point, sometimes I think a movie at some point gets so old where I'm just like, I don't have the interest in watching it. Yeah, I'm sure it's a classic, and I'm sure everything has. There's a lot of things have imitated over the years, and they refer back to it. And also, and sometimes I'll watch it just purely on that basis. But I look at Miracle on 34th Street, and I'm just like, that looks boring as fuck. I don't want to watch it.
Do you
know
see
what I mean?
Did you see A Bad Mom's Christmas? That's a good Christmas
No.
movie on Netflix. It's a sequel to Bad Moms. It's really good.
I might have to watch that one.
It's really awesome.
First Bad Moms was not too
This
bad.
one's pretty sharp.
What's other good Christmas movies that
If you, I don't know of one that's like outliers for me. I always jump to the same mainstream ones that are classics to me. Like we'll jump into that because I don't know any other ones that are like outliers that I watch it. Somebody will be like, "It's a Christmas movie." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." Besides like the classic, like Jack Frost, like the claymation ones.
Oh yeah.
Some of those you are really hard to even come across. They come on for that once or twice for the year and they're gone.
How about speaking of Jack Frost? There was a movie called Jack Frost with Michael Keaton, where he got reincarnated
Dude,
into
I
a
ball
snowman.
like a bitch at the end every time.
Yeah, dude.
When he says bye to his wife and son, and he
Yeah,
like
and he's
fades
kind of
away,
like crystallized.
He's in that bottle of water, like going to
Right.
the Enterprise. Oh god, dude, I'm just like,
Yeah, exactly.
oh dude,
That was a good one. He had a cool hat.
what a great movie.
Yeah, dude.
But that's the worst part is the end, dude. And he tells his wife he sings to her, and she's just like, oh, I'm just like,
Yep.
I feel you.
Yep. He got reincarnated as a snowman.
Rough.
That was a good
But it
one.
looked legit. That was real effects. The only thing CJ really used when he was like surfs up on that big ass like what do they call it, big like sled thing.
Yeah.
But that movie was all right. Never
Yep.
saw that kid again.
Nope. Yeah, that was.
He probably got diddled or something as a child actor
When
and
was
got
that?
out of
That
it.
had to have been. When was that? It was like late '90s, early
That's
2000s.
97, I think.
I feel like it was early 2000s.
I'm going to say either 97. Oh, 97 was the Jack Frost horror movie. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Serial killer blood gets in the snow and he's
yeah.
like, "Meh." Yeah, that's a good one. Let's see, Michael Keaton. What's your guess?
I'm gonna say 2002.
Ooh, 98.
Oh, okay.
So I was close. 97. I said
I
97.
think it was early
okay.
2000s, late 98.
Wow,
late
it didn't
90s.
feel like a 98 film.
No.
I don't know what a 98 film should feel like. It didn't seem like it.
But that's a good one. That's
That is a
kind of
good
one that you don't really
Wow.
see a whole bunch of. Not
That is a good
mainstream.
one, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, did you see Rise of the Guardians?
Yeah,
That was kind of
underrated.
a legit, underrated,
Underrated,
for sure.
legit movie. They
Yeah.
could have made a franchise out of that.
I think so.
That was kind of cool. Where they had the whole
Did you?
mythology of all the holidays.
It was great. Did you watch the Nutcracker in the Four Realms or something? That weird
I'll be honest. I've never seen anything Nutcracker. Period. Ever.
period. Not even okay.
The only time I've ever seen a Nutcracker is when I
Was the actual
went to
wooden
see,
ones?
the little wooden ones, or I guess this is Nutcracker-esque. Is they had little Nutcracker dancing things whenever I went to see the Rockettes one time.
All right.
That's it.
Word. Okay. Yeah, I think my mainstream favorite. So we always watch A Christmas Story.
Yeah, you have to.
That's it. Just
Have you seen the sequel?
I started it, and it's not. I didn't stop watching because it was bad.
Is it corny?
I just wasn't in the mood for it.
Okay.
I don't think it's corny. I don't know. It was something I wasn't in the mood for. It's not that it was bad.
Christmas Story.
It's just a Christmas. Hold on.
Christmas Story.
Hold on, let me look.
Or something like that.
It's not bad. So I don't want to give it an unfair review.
We'll have to check it out.
I think I need to restart it. But the parts that I did see, it's him. I mean, it's Ralphie. I mean, it's the same actor, and it's got the same kind of feel.
Right.
Because it's set, it's still in the 70s.
Right.
So I mean, it's not in like today's bullshit. Let me look. Christmas Story. I think it's called A Christmas Story, right?
That's what I think it is. Yeah. Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story, Christmas.
Okay.
So I'm not going to give any unfair reviews on it. It's good so far, and people I've heard have seen it have said it was really good. So it might be a new thing. I'm going to finish it. I may actually watch it tomorrow.
Okay. I might watch that before or after.
I always watch.
But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna rent Violent Night.
I always watch the Hallmark style love movies.
See,
Like Noel's
I prefer the
like
comedy types.
Noel's
like
Journal was good. The
I don't
Netflix
like
movie.
those.
And then I watched the new Lindsay Lohan movie where she hits her head and then falls in love with a dude who owns a
So
hotel.
do you just have the Lifetime channel on all the time?
I don't do Lifetime because I don't like when they get like bitchy and mopey or like
Lifetime
woman
television for vaginas.
the woman gets beat up by a guy for like 6 years and she finally like takes a defense class and beats his ass like it's
Right.
the whole Jennifer Love
It's always
movie that came out. She like got a haircut.
Lifetime movies are all just rapes,
One woman in a
kidnappings, adultery. It's all like these.
I hated that movie.
It's all that shit.
I hated that movie.
Like
With Jennifer Lopez, she got a haircut.
No wonder why all women think men are trash and all this kind of crap these days
Yeah.
because they watch all that crap.
Yeah, she like got a haircut, took a boxing class, and beat his ass. And I'm like, that's all it took. One class and one haircut, and you decide to stick up for yourself. Give me a break.
I know. That's like I've seen the McDojo Life, that account I follow.
Oh God, I love that. I follow that page
on Instagram where he basically he just rips all of these faux self defense and kung fu masters and all this kind of crap.
Yeah.
Talking about chi and whatnot. Well, he's been showing a lot of them where it's female self defense classes, and they're just it's
a fucking
they
joke.
say stuff like when the guy reaches out his hand and all you have to do is you have to slap the wrist and you just push him right in his sternum, and I'm like, no.
So break the wrist, walk away.
That dude has 100 pounds on you.
Yeah, you're done.
Pushing him into, putting your fist into his sternum ain't doing shit. I'm sorry, it ain't.
No. This ain't, what's that movie? What was that Jennifer Garner movie, like Peppermint, where she was like some badass? Like, it's not going to work.
Right.
Sorry, bitch.
It's not going to happen. I know.
Like,
there was quite a slate of those for a bit. There was like the peppermint gunpowder. There was like gunpowder milkshake was one where it had Karen Gillan in it.
Oh,
and she was
yeah.
like an assassin or some shit. And there was like Atomic Blonde. And it's always some
Peppermint was
It's
like-
always some like actiony word with some sort of cutesy dessert word or whatever. And then there's some 120-pound blonde chick in there like beating up 300-pound dudes, and you're just like, this makes no sense.
Yeah, that reminds me of he was like, break the wrist, walk away. Break the wrist, walk away. And I'm like, okay. It just never
Don't
worked.
look like Peter Pan here. Forget about it.
Bow to your senses.
Rex Kwon Do. You think anybody thinks I'm a loser because I go home to Starla every night? And she's all like
jacked up, ugly
she looks
bitch.
like Miss Olympia.
Her head, she had like a horrible receding hairline. It's all the T.
She looked like she looked like? She looked like that dude. What was his name? Is it Tony Robbins? The dude with the gazelle on the gazelle.
Tony Little.
Tony Little with the gazelle.
You can't do it.
Right, and he had the ponytail. That's what she looked
Yeah.
like.
A lot of people want to know what happened to him. That's it. He got married a dude. God, the
Changed
gazelle.
his name to Starla.
The gazelle freestyle.
Starla Little.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
She was gross. Yeah, I think for our house the staple is probably the Harry Potter, the first one for sure for Christmas movies.
Yeah, I fucking hate those movies.
I know you do.
Just kidding.
Christmas Vacation's always a good one too.
Yeah, I mean, you got to watch your classics. Actually, last year and this year, I have not watched A Christmas Story. I'll be honest. Like, there was one time I think ABC Family, which is now something else now. Freeform.
I think I just ASMR'd my drink there. Sorry, guys.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was back when it was ABC Family. I think one year they did like
It's the 25 days. They still do it. 25 days of Christmas.
Well, no, this was like there was a day.
Oh, it's TNT does 24 hours of Christmas Story.
24 hours.
Yes,
that was
TNT
it.
does that.
Was it?
Yep.
And I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, dude,
so
we leave it on all day.
I think it's like played out, and I want to take a break from it, and then I'll go back to it.
It is a really short movie. It's very fast.
Yeah.
But it's good though because it's just enough. It's not like this big long ordeal. It's good.
Right.
I watched it yesterday.
Sweet. Well, I guess we'll have to. I'm not going to watch the Nutcracker, but may watch some of the other ones that we've talked about because I'm now thinking like definitely Jingle All the Way is probably one of my favorites as a kid.
I think I'm going to watch Miracle on 34th Street. I'm going to watch it.
See, I just don't like this. I don't like the heavy emotional ones. I've got to have some levity, some comedy into it. And I just don't. When I look at Miracle on 34th Street, it's about. What is it about? Like Santa Claus and there's a little girl.
Was a little kid? It was the Macy's thing, and the little kid says, "Look, Daddy! Every time a bell rings, an angel gets or some shit." Right. She says, and he's holding her up on the tree, like, "Oh, you're so funny, honey." Whatever. Yeah. Every time I see it, I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to watch that.
Gross. Cutesy emotional shit. I'm not into it. Like, tell a joke. Tell a joke.
It's
be
just
funny.
Like I went to that concert, and that Amy Grant chick said that. She's like, just know that today's about us all being together. And I'm just like, kind of like, ugh.
Right. It's basically that woman
don't
in
do
movie
that.
form. I'm not into it.
I'm like, don't do that.
I know.
I don't give a shit about anybody in here except for the woman sitting next to me.
Bring it in close. Let's get close. Like,
that's what I said. I told other guy, I said, I don't give a shit about anybody in this room but the woman next to me. Right. I don't care about you, the weirdos behind me. I'm sorry. I don't care about any of you fucking people. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. But
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, also Merry Christmas. Keep it good. Sorry. I love you.
I love you.
I love you. Love him. Like, I don't know. I think I'm just becoming more of an asshole the older I get.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that's what it is. But more stuff. It's like a chicken or the egg kind of thing. Are people becoming more annoying because we're getting older, or as we're getting older, people are getting more annoying?
I don't know what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Is it? You know what I'm saying? The people actually, I think it's that's what it is. Is that because of social media and everything else, more and more people are more and more annoying, and it's affecting us. It's not the other way around. Yeah. We're like noticing, and it's an undue amount of annoyance.
Favorite Christmas gift before we sign off
of all time
you've ever gotten?
It popped in my head. I didn't even have to think about it. I know exactly what it is. Favorite Christmas gift of all time. And a little backstory on this one is we were moving from North Carolina to West Virginia for the first time. There was an issue with like selling, closing on the house and everything like that. So we had to live for 3 months, I think 3 or 4 months, in a hotel while we were waiting for the house situation to resolve itself when we were transitioning. And it was during Thanksgiving, Christmas, and my birthday, which is in January, is we were in this hotel room. And the hotel room was right next to a cemetery. So like whenever it would snow, we would actually sled in the cemetery, which was wild.
It's cool though.
And one time I ended up fucking nailing this one dude.
Okay.
his tombstone.
He's dead.
And bruised the shit out of my leg.
R.I.P.
Yeah, dude. I can't remember. We got pictures.
So
I can't remember what his name was. But anyway, so we had Christmas that year, and it was legit the best Christmas ever because I got everything Power Rangers. I had every fucking figurine.
Okay.
I had all the Zords.
What, the one with the helmet flips and you hit the belt?
Yes. I had the my size Red Ranger where you could strip him naked and then you could wear his suit.
Okay. That's pretty incredible.
I had that. But the number one, my favorite one of all time, was part of that treasure trove of Power Ranger stuff was the original Megazord that had the remote control and he like moved and did a slash and everything, lights and sounds and everything like that. Was the original Megazord remote controlled. It was my favorite.
I think mine was my first pair of Mission roller skates. Like the good, like when I finally had made it to where like I could tuck my jeans in the back of them and do them like the cool kids out of the skating rink. I got my first pair of Missions. That was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I was going to say a dirt bike, but I got that for a birthday gift. So that was different.
Yeah.
But that was pretty special. And this year, I hope I get something really cool. So we'll see.
Yeah, I would say that's birthday gift. I know what my favorite one was.
Bicycle was good too.
I got a Game Boy Color for my birthday one year.
Ooh.
That was the tits.
Yes. I had a Game Boy. Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
I got a bicycle.
Had Game Boy Color, and it came to the two games were, I think it was Pokemon Yellow, because I already had Red and Blue out, and Pokemon Yellow was the Pikachu version where
Yellow.
Pikachu follows you. Mm-hmm. So I had Pokemon Yellow and Link to the Past, Zelda. Those are 2 games I had. Yeah, that was awesome for my birthday. But yeah, Christmas Megazord was number 1.
Roller skates, Christmas Megazord. I like it.
Sweet. Well, I guess we need to sign off here.
This one's going to upload.
This one will be on Christmas, so Merry Christmas, everybody.
Absolutely.
Say it back. Say
it to your neighbor.
Say it
to everybody.
Say it to at least 5 people that are not in your immediate your family included. That's fine. We'll add that too. Just say Merry Christmas.
Also, for this year, for us, for Christmas, subscribe, share with your friends, and like our page, and leave some comments. Don't be shy.
Yeah, and for everybody else that celebrates all the other holidays, Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and all this kind of stuff, this podcast episode isn't for you. This is exclusively Christmas. Go listen to a Hanukkah one if you want to get some Hanukkah.
It'd be weird.
Spirit, right? Because I don't know shit all about Hanukkah, so I can't participate.
I can't say anything.
Right?
Nope.
This is Christmas. Say Merry Christmas.
Merry
Don't say Happy
Christmas.
Holidays.
Nope. You could say Happy Christmas because we like Harry Potter.
Someone posted something talking about Harry Potter real quick. It's about being a Christmas movie. Someone posted that Harry Potter says Happy Christmas.
They do.
What a freak.
Hermione says it in the first one. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
And it's not a freak. It's cool because she's super hot.
Weirdos. Now.
Not then. Now.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
I'm going to take us out with a little something that I found that I really like. It's by Requiem Beats. We'll give them credit. It's not stealing.
Send you out with
Merry
some
Christmas.
spirit.
Goodbye.